Good morning, this is Catherine with Abba's Heart. I wanted to get started right away on this video from yesterday, and I've been watching a couple of YouTubes of folks who know these herbs a little more than I do, and one of them, she mentioned the Prunella, and so I'm adding a correction to what I had shared with you yesterday. So Prunella is close to Brunella, which is brown, but also Prunella is the Latin word, but there's a German word for called Quincy, Q-U-I-N-S-Y, and that talks about a severe sore throat, and the self-heal or the heal-all will heal up the sore throat. So anyhow, I'm learning as I go, so I figure I would pass that on to you. Okay, so I want to show you what I did yesterday. So yesterday, this is the I dried these in my dehydrator. Got that done. I'm going to make a tea. And I also made a tincture in 80 proof vodka. And I actually had a couple of little daisies, so I added those. But anyhow, it's just sitting here pretty full. And then I wanted to show you the 80 proof alcohol that I was using. It's called Tito's. It's a handmade vodka. I thought, yeah, let's try this out. So anyhow, from Austin, Texas, and this is 80 proof. Okay, so it's distilled from corn. I don't know what vodka is normally distilled from, but anyway, that was what I used for my tincture. Now the tincture is going to be there for 6 to 8 weeks, and I shake it, turn it upside down, and I just dropped something in my cupboard, so I had to, that's what all this noise is. But anyhow, so I did that. I also wanted to show you a couple of other tinctures that I've been working on. Again, they are due in 6 to 8 weeks. And it looks like the tea water's almost ready. All right, so here's a rosemary tincture that I am making. Rosemary is very good for the brain. So here's another one that I did. This too is the rosemary. I'm just reusing lids. Well, here's the thing, is that when you're using vodka, or if you use vinegar in any of your tinctures, you do not want a metal lid, because it will rust, and then the rust will fall into your tincture, and then you'd be taking rust. So you don't want that. Now this is the fun one that I was doing. Okay, I'm just going to make some tea and a couple of like teaspoons or so. And this is the self-heal. Okay. There we go. And then I am just going to let that sit and steep for about 15 minutes. And I still have a little bit left, which is wonderful. Okay, now the other thing I wanted to show you is this. I'm making vanilla, my own vanilla. So I've never done that before, so I'm excited. And I'm doing one in the actual jar. So, but this one I'm going to wait for 6 months. What I did understand is I purchased the vanilla beans on Amazon. And then you cut them up, you know, so they're about this long. and so about 5 inches. And so you slice them down in the center, and inside are all the little seeds. Well, it's kind of like a vanilla paste inside. So you have this, and you need roughly 6 to 8 for 1 cup or 8 ounces of vodka. So what I did was I did 6, and I put the 8 ounces of vodka in. And as you can see, I used the whole jar, or bottle rather, of the vodka, but you know, it would fill up, but then with all of the vanilla pods, it would overflow. So that's why I've got it in 2 separate containers. So anyhow, that's that. So just some of the fun things that I'm doing. So as far as the self-heal, back to that, I've got a tincture going, and I'm going to be doing a salve and an oil, but I want to make sure I'm doing it correctly. So I'm actually learning a little bit of it, and then I'm showing you what I'm doing. So at this point, that's all I've got, and so I will talk with you on the next video, and have a wonderful morning. Remember, Abba's heart is always for you. Okay, God bless.